Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday or Friday Eve, if you want to call it that. Hope everybody's having a good one. We're going to have rain again today. Yay! Uh, Rained a lot yesterday. I spent the time doing the final edit on my video, so it's all done, uploaded. We'll be live at 0600 Saturday morning. So always good to get that out of the way. And hopefully, I don't think it's supposed to rain a whole lot today, kind of scattered stuff. I don't know, but it's so soppy and muddy and stuff out here. But I may come out here and piddle around a little bit. Maybe even film something. I don't know. Anyhow, let's see. I got to tell you, my buddy Jack here. Let me get a shot on the Jack cam real quick. My buddy Jack, I gave him a cookie just as the theme music was playing. Yeah, he's giving me the look, isn't he? But I gave him his third cookie just as the theme music was playing. And then he finished it and went on over there and sat down. But, that was number 3. And whenever I bring 4 out here, I mess him up because he eats those 3 and it's like, come on, you can get it. There you go, buddy. He counts to 3 and he's like, okay, that's it. And he goes and lays down, but then there's still another one up here. But anyway, let's see. Let's see who we got hanging out with us today. George Rothfuss says, Thursday morning edition of the coffee sessions. The fog is so thick here, you need to attach a butter knife to your car to cut it. Well, drive safely, George, if it's that bad. I hate driving in fog. Ronald Cool's here this morning. Good morning, Ronald. Marcello Ballone. I hope I'm saying your name right. I don't know if I am or not. Is it Marcello or Marcello? Anyway, I'll probably forget and keep saying it wrong. Darren Burns is here. Morning, everyone. Thumbs up. Well, most everybody gave a thumbs up. I see we got one little whatever over there. But it's all good. They all count the same, I think. I don't care. Especially for the coffee sessions, it don't matter. But it is kind of silly when you get a thumbs down and the show hadn't even started yet, so they don't know whether it's any good or not. It's just a hater, I guess. Haters gonna hate. Thomas Grimm, good morning, sir. Monroe Cook, good morning. Thumbs up, he says. Thank you. We do have, according to this, we have 13 watching and we have 12 thumbs up and 1 thumbs down. So that the math works out right. Larry Galt, good morning, sir. Hope you're doing well. Clyde CNC, good morning, Clyde. Paul's asking, who hit the thumbs down? Well, you know they're not going to admit to it. Nobody does. And they're probably long gone anyway. It's probably just somebody come in here and hit it and left. Dennis says, hello and good morning. Thumbs up. Must have been another, you know what, hit the thumbs down. You never know. And, sometimes there might be somebody that actually hits it by mistake. I don't know how they can do that because, but maybe they don't have their glasses on and meant to hit thumbs up, hit thumbs down or something. Try to stay positive here. But again, I don't really care. Doesn't matter. Gary Hammett's here. Good morning. Kevin Ells, good morning, sir. Steve Gronsky says, good morning from Mustang, Oklahoma. Always good to see you in here, Steve. We don't get to see you in here as much as we used to, seems like, but you're a busy feller. John Howard's here. Good morning. Jesse's here. Good morning. Let's see. He says, I go with C, nor Chi. So is it Marcelo with a C and not the ch sound? Then I've probably been saying it wrong because I thought you were supposed to add the ch on it. All right. I'll try to remember to call you Marcelo then. Am I saying your last name right? Balone? I'm usually terrible at. Usually I'm going to screw one or the other up, either your first name or your last name. But that's why I call this guy Solar Man. I don't have to worry about screwing his name up. My favorite Solar Man. Okay. Marcelo. All right. I'm going to make a conscious effort to say your name correctly from now on. Bruce Foley's here. Good morning, Bruce. All righty. I think we're caught up. Jack's all done with the cookies. He will be standing over. Well, right now he's standing over in the doorway, checking something. I don't know what. But I had kind of a weird day yesterday. Like I said, I didn't do really anything outside. It was all indoor stuff. Got my video all done. So I'm glad to have that done. And what I do, another process, I guess I use, because I've told y'all I used really two different video editing things. I use the easy one to do some of the simple stuff, and then I render that into a high def video, and then I bring that into the other one and then add some of the bells and whistles and stuff. But another thing I usually do, and this may sound silly, but I will put it on a thumb drive and put it in my TV. My TV has a thing where you can just plug it in and look at pictures or videos or whatever. And I'll watch it because I have a 65-inch TV. So I'll watch it there a couple of times, usually, unless it's a longer video, just to see if there's anything out of whack or something in the background that I shouldn't show, which, other than a messy shop, you're not going to see much here. But that's another part of the process I use is I'll kind of watch it to make sure everything's okay before I upload it to YouTube. But most of the time it's okay. There's not very often I go back and change something. But it's just hard for these OIs to look at it, even on a computer screen. I try to watch it on the big screen and check the video quality, see if it's in focus and stuff. Because sometimes you think something's in focus, and then when you look at it on the thing, you're like, oh man, because my camera here lately, my Canon T5i, it's been getting in these spells where it just all of a sudden the autofocus starts moving like it's trying to focus, to go in and out. And I'm like, what the heck, But usually it's a scene where I can't go back and redo it. It's not worth it. So, but anyway, glad to have that done. And speaking of thumb drives, guess who found the missing thumb drive yesterday? Yeah, that's right, this guy. And it wasn't lost at all. That's the funny part about it. It wasn't lost at all. And it all came back to me. I walked into the room where I have my my vinyl cutter and my sublimation printer and all that stuff, where I do the t-shirts and make the coffee cups and all that stuff. And as soon as I walked into that room, I thought, I bet you that thumb drive's in that computer, because there's a laptop that I keep connected to my vinyl cutter. And sure enough, when I made my Harbormatic decal the other day, I started to do it right there at that laptop. And then I thought, I don't have the updated version of anything on here. So I went back into the office and used VCarve Pro just to create it because, I'm more, not that I'm fluent in that, but I'm a little more proficient at that than I am the step that you use with Final Cutter. So then I did it on that, put it on thumb drive, took it in there to that laptop, and then put that file in there, and then just pulled it in and cut it. So, anywho, yeah. So as soon as I walked in there, I thought, I wonder if that thing, and I looked and I'm like, oh, you idiot. There it is the whole time. It wasn't lost at all. It was just, I'd forgot where I'd used it last. So anyway, let's see. My nose is itching. What does that mean? Does that mean you have company or something? God, I hope not. I never have company. Closest thing I have to company is every day when the mailman drives by. That's about it. Let's see. Jim Sanicola says, good morning, all. Going to be rainy today. Yeah. Here too. George says, out of curiosity, where is everyone from? I know Mark is from Oregon. Dave is state of Georgia. George is in Michigan. Ryan Ballard says, Dave, do you need to make a Let's Go Brandon shirt? I think so. I've got a couple of ideas for shirts anyway, just recently that, I usually wait until I get 2 or 3 different things because I don't like to go fire that stuff up just to make one little old shirt or something. But yeah, that I need to do that. I need to make a Let's Go Brandon shirt. I hear they chant it everywhere. Yeah. Oh, that's a great idea. I need to make one of those and then wear it for my next video. Jesse says, closest thing I get to company is coffee sessions. Yeah. That's definitely true for me because I go days, sometimes weeks, without ever talking to another human. And of course, you could count this, I guess, because I know y'all are human, but basically, when you really think about it, it's just you guys tune in to watch me talk to myself. I mean, that's what it is, really. But it's all good. I don't mind talking to myself. I do it all the time. I talk to Jack. If people have, like I've got the Alexa and of course the phone, they listen in on you too. They probably think that, man, that guy's, we don't need to bother listening to that guy. He's freaking nuts because the stuff I talk to Jack about. Me and him have some good conversations. Well, I have the conversation. He's just a good listener most of the time. All right, let's see. Larry Goss from Texas. Clyde's from Windsor, Ontario, Canada, near Detroit. Yeah. Marcelo is in Niagara Falls, Ontario. Kenneth is Columbia, Missouri. Gary's practically my neighbor, Northwest Georgia. I'm, usually if somebody says, where are you from? I usually just say the Atlanta area because everybody knows where Atlanta is. But if I say my little town, they probably don't know. So then I hate, then you got to go, well, it's about 30. I always say it's about 30 minutes southeast of Hartsfield Airport, the Alan Jackson Latoya Airport or whatever they call that thing now. Let's see. Dennis says, Missouri, now the first 30 years in Indiana. Yeah, Indiana's a good place to be from. That's what I always say. Man, dadgum mosquitoes. I'm sick of them. Bruce is in Montana, near Yellowstone. Clyde wants to know, how did Alexa know my phone number? They know everything, Clyde. Come on. They know it all. They know way more than you think they know. Darren's in Central Ontario, Canada. See, we got quite a few Canadians in here then. Thomas Graham is in Illinois. There's in Oklahoma. Now here's one that's kind of far away, right there. Durban, South Africa. Yeah, buddy. You're gonna win the prize for farthest away viewer or something like that. And of course, Bob, whenever he's here, wonder how Bob's doing. I ain't seen him in a while. Oh, Bob Sims, he's in the UK somewhere, I think. I believe that's where he's from. But yeah, had a weird kind of thing going on yesterday. Had to spend time on the phone, and y'all know how I hate talking on the damn phone. But anyway, I have this annoying pop-up on my office computer. And it's in the lower right-hand screen of the corner. Every once in a while, when I first turn on the computer, it'll pop up, and it's from McAfee, my virus protection stuff. And it's just, they're just trying to do a little friendly reminder stuff, but it's just stupid because it'll pop up and it'll say, "Oh, we've noticed you have your auto renewal turned off. Here's a button to turn it on," and I'm like, I don't want my auto renewal turned on. So anyway, so I go and open up McAfee and check my check my subscription because I'm thinking, man, I think I've just renewed it, a while back. So I don't need an auto renewal on. And sure enough, my subscription runs out in June of next year, 2022. And so anyway, so that thing's been popping up the last few days, and it's just annoying because I'm like, you know what? I don't want my auto renewal on. I told you that if I want it on, I'd go turn it on. Leave me alone. Quit reminding me, especially since I'm good for several more months, another 8 months or whatever. So anyway, so I was online checking my banking stuff the other day, and I noticed that I had a pending payment to, guess who? McAfee, for like $130 or something. And I'm like, what the heck? Because of that annoying reminder thing, I know that I'm good until 2022, June of 2022. So now I'm thinking, oh, great. Now I got to call and spend time on hold on it. So I call the number that I see that's on the thing there. They have a little, it's hard to find the number because they want you to try to do everything online. But I finally found the number, called, and of course, you know how the tech support is. It's not anybody from around these here parts, I'm telling you that. So they always have the thick accent that's hard to understand. And it's not that I'm against anybody from other things. I'm cool with that. But I just want to talk to somebody who talks plain English like I do. I have a hard time hearing and understanding people that talk real fast and with a really thick accent. Even though they may be speaking English, it ain't my kind of English. So, but anyway, so I get this little gal, and she was nice, and I can't even remember what her name. I think she said her name was Joan or something like that. Anyway, and it's funny because every once in a while, when there was a pause where she wasn't talking and I wasn't talking, you'd hear roosters crowing, and I'm like, sound like old farm girl, kind of. But yeah, I kept hearing these roosters crowing in the background. And I'm sure she's probably working from some, call answering center or whatever, but she's doing, probably because of COVID, they're working from home or whatever. But I just thought it was funny because I heard that rooster, I don't know how many times. But anyway, so I tried to explain to her. I said, look, I told her just what I've told you guys. I keep getting this annoying thing popping up saying my auto renewal's turned off. I said, I don't want it on. I says, I'll pay you when I'm ready to pay you. I said, you don't need to automatically take my money. And I said, I'm good till June next year anyway. I got a mosquito flying around here, guys. Watch out. Uh, I'm trying to keep him out of my coffee. I'll get you. Come here. Come here. I'll get you, you son of a gun. If I can see him. Where do they go? They just. All right. Anyway, so. And I said, but I just checked my bank thing. And as of yesterday, I had a payment, to McAfee for $130, $129.99 is what it was. And so she says, well, do you have any other emails? I said, yeah. Because I gave her the email, my main email. And she says, yeah, we see that you've already got McAfee and you're good until June next year. And then she says, well, what's another email? And I said, well, I have this other email. I says, but there shouldn't be anything connected with it. So I gave her that email and she looked, she goes, yeah, well, we see where you had one and were charged last year and we canceled that and refunded that. I said, yeah, I said, I remember I had to do this again, last year. I said, so why are you, canceling it again? Or why are you charging me again? And I'm having to call and get this canceled again. So she says, well, you must have another email. And I'm like, well, I don't remember being charged twice or 3 times last year. But anyway, so she did a search using my postal code and my first and last name. And she found another account. She goes, well, what about this email? And I go, oh, yeah, that one's mine too. I said, but I never use that one. And she says, well, you've got a McAfee thing set up through that. That's what that $129.99 was. So I'm like, holy cow. And the way McAfee works, if you use it, there's a thing where you can get, which is what I have, where it's unlimited. So you can use it on multiple devices. If you've got 5 computers, you can cover all 5 computers just with that one subscription. You don't have to buy one for everyone. And I thought that's what I had. But anyway, so she was nice. She said, okay, well, we'll get that canceled or get it refunded and canceled so that you just have that one. She says, because, I agree, you don't need but just that one thing. But then she says, and I know this is how they work. She says, well, since you've already paid it, how about we just transfer that payment to your other main account, the one that you're going to keep. And then that way you're good until well into 2023. And I was just laughing when she said that. And then I said, well, let me tell you something, Joan. I said, I had a bad heart attack back in April. I said, so I really shouldn't even be here now in 2021. So I don't want any auto renewal and I don't want to pay for anything that far ahead of time. I says, because I don't know if I'm going to be here in 2023, much less 2022 or, any of that. So then she said, oh, okay, I understand. So anyway, so they got it canceled. But you know how it is. They take your money like that. But the refund, for some reason, always takes, a week or so. So we'll see. I'll have to make sure I keep an eye on it. But it worked out okay last year because I remember I had to do it last year, and that was for a different email account. But anyhow, had a nice chat with Joan yesterday. Her and her roosters, and I wanted so bad to ask her about her roosters. Like, hey, are you on a chicken farm or what's the deal here? But I didn't. But yeah. but I always hate having to call any kind of tech support or something like that, because that's what you get. I don't know why we can't have people right here that talk plain English. Well, I mean, I know why. It's kind of a rhetorical question. They can get everything done cheaper overseas, but man, it's I just hate calling, because, like I said, even though they're technically speaking English, I have a hard time keeping up with them. Let's see. I'm going to have to ask. Ryan Ballard says, when I put out my next video, I will have reached my goal for this year. All right. So tell us, please share with us what your goal was for this year. How many videos have you put out this year? I can think of several. You've been doing pretty good, I think. I'm gonna take a wild one of those swag guesses and say that you put out 9 videos this year. Is that right? It seems like you've probably done. I'm gonna guess 1 a month. I don't know. So do tell, Solar Man. The Solar Man in Maryland. Wow. Boy, did I underestimate you. 19. That's awesome. So that's almost 2 a month, or about 2 a month. That's pretty dang good. Well, I know I've watched them all. How did I not know there was that more than? Because I was thinking like 9 or 10. But well, good deal. So you'll and I guess you're not going to stop, right? So you'll smash that goal. Pretty easily this year, I guess. By the way, how's the Z car coming along? I haven't seen anything on that. I think the last one I saw on that was the paint job or something like that. And I know you had some of those kind of out of order or whatever, but I always like finding out about the Z car. The coffee is really good this morning. You notice I've got the big cup this morning. It is mighty good. Y'all are being quiet over there in the chat, other than letting us know where y'all from. Monroe says he's from West Virginia. All right. Ryan says he hadn't had time to work on it. All right. Well, I love those Z-Card videos. I especially like the one where I think you were testing out this battery switch or something, and you had it where it lunge forward or backward or whatever it did. That was good. But well, my time is just about up. It's counting down the seconds here on my phone. I'm sure it looks like the thumbs down still hanging on over there. It must have been somebody just popped in, hit it, and then left. But that's perfectly fine. We do not really care. But anyway, for those of you who do come and watch every morning, I do appreciate you. Probably don't tell you that enough, but it's a lot of the same folks every morning that either are very loyal or you just don't have a life like I do. So I don't know which. But either way, I appreciate you being here. And we'll let you get your Thursday morning kicked off here, or Friday Eve, or what's the other one? I think Gary says Hump Day +1 or something like that. So anyway, y'all have a good one. And we will be back tomorrow morning, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, for number 407. 407. All right, y'all have a good one. We'll see y'all.